Hello, Karin here on behalf of Makers Mercantile with the top 5 things to look for in today's newsletter. Item number 1, Kyle's hands. Okay, I guess I should tell a little backstory on that one, huh? I don't know if you remember, but Carson Demers was our guest speaker at our last Makers Night, and he talks about the ergonomics of knitting and how to hold your hands properly and everything. And it got Kyle to thinking about his hands and so on, and he was a little curious what, his hands would look like if they were x-rayed while he was knitting. So most of us would probably go to Google and we'd go under images and we'd put in x-rayed hands and see what was there, but not Kyle. Kyle took action, went straight down to a doctor and said, will you x-ray my hands while I'm knitting? And I'll be damned, he got him to do it. So he actually got an x-ray of his hands knitting. And here we go. You can see these are Kyle's hands knitting. I'm not so sure if you can see it as good as possible because I don't have a light behind it. I should have a light board right there, but those are his hands knitting. And once we got the x-ray, and this is the real x-ray, the real bag that it came in, I mean, this is the real McCoy, he decided we needed to make bags out of it. And you know what? I think he was right, because we came out with some really cool bags. We took that x-ray print, and here's one design that we came up with. You can see we took the same x-ray and we just produced it in a multitude of different colors. We put it in a nice bag that has a great zipper on the top, white on the inside. That zipper is also multicolored, just like the bag. And it will hold a nice, it'll hold a smaller size project. Then we decided, well, we can't just do this one. Some people don't like zippers. We need to do a drawstring bag. So what did we do? We came up with a drawstring bag. Now this time, not only did we do the regular bag, but a lot of people had requested to have a gusset in the bottom. So here we go, we have a gusset. It says do not bend, because you never want to bend an x-ray, on the bottom of it. So it has a 2-inch gusset and it has 2 strings to make for an easy draw. So that is our drawstring bag. And this one has that soft velvety feel to it. This one's super soft. This one is a little bit more like a canvas. And then thirdly, for those of you who don't like color and you like just the straight x-ray, we have this one here. And this just has Kyle's hands right on it, and on the back side it looks like the envelope, ta-da, that he actually got his x-ray in. It does say that it comes from Makers Mercantile from Hank Knows a Lot, MD. So those of you who know Hank, knows a lot, do you guys get it? That's also Kyle's cleverness there. So this one has a black zipper and also a white interior. So we have 3 new bags to join our line of handmade bags that we're making here at Makers Mercantile. And they are photographed here, printed here, sewn here. Everything is done right here on the premises. So you're supporting American workers when you purchase these bags. Now we also got in a new shipment of shadow knitting. If you are looking for something that you can knit now, because we do know that there's been a little bit of a wait on the trees and there's been a little bit of wait on the bats and so on. However, they're all in the process of coming in and getting shipped. We have another big shipment coming in tomorrow. So if you're still waiting for yours, hopefully it'll come in tomorrow and we'll get it shipped tomorrow. Not tomorrow, probably Wednesday. But anyways, we did get 2 new kits in. One is called Springtime Flowers, and right up here, I'm sure Kyle will post a photo of the springtime flowers, because I do not have the actual piece here. The Springtime Flowers comes in 2 color sequences. The sequence that you see up here, which is called Precious, these are the colors that come in Precious. It's a whole series of pinks and then a dark gray. And it ends up looking very precious. It's a beautiful pattern. Now, if you'd prefer to have like a pop of red, and by the way, if you notice that I have a pop of red in my eye, it's because I poked myself with a palm tree last week and got a nice little red eye there. Anyways, I do apologize for that. Just don't look at it. We do have this pop of red, which is a kit, and this here has a bright red in it, as well as lots of beautiful pastels. And they actually look really, really great together. And although I don't have a finished piece of this one, you can see how the colors look online. So that is our Springtime Flowers. Then if flowers are not your thing, but music is. We actually have musical notes in now, and they're called melody. So Kyle, can you pop up melody? Melody comes in 2 colorways as well. It comes in the colorway that you see up here, and it has these multicolors, these gradients in there with a black. So this is all shadow knitting, and I guess I should explain it real quick because some of you may not have seen our prior videos. But shadow knitting is actually a method of knitting that uses all knit and purl stitches, and it creates a pattern with garter ridges so that when you look from the side of the piece, you can actually see some kind of a pattern. In this case, you see musical notes. If you look at it straight on from the back, you don't see any notes. You just see bunch of garter ridges, a striped pattern, and it's a pretty cool thing. So anyways, we have the musical notes with the gradient, and we also have a more traditional colorway, and that is going to be the sand with the black. And I know I keep saying when you wear this, so I think this would be really beautiful. You could wear it to the opera or something, and then when you have it on your back, you know, somebody looks at you head on, they don't see anything. And then you turn a little bit and they're gonna see all these musical notes and they're all gonna go, ah, and they're all gonna start talking behind your back, ha ha ha. Okay, so that was my pun for today. Anyways, so those are the 4 new shadow knitting kits, or actually 2 new shadow knitting kits in 2 colorways each that we just received. We have them, they are ready to ship. So if you want something now, go ahead and grab those. Then we also have some fabrics for you today. Now, this here, I like to think of this as being a little bit, you know, Warhol, Andy Warhol inspired, you know, his soup cans and things like that. Well, we also have some fabrics that are sort of colorful and inspired by that, I think. Here we have a series of sewing machines that are all in different colors, all sort of squared off. That's sort of fun. And if you want to mix it with something, you can mix it with, how about yardsticks? Look at these yardsticks. Once more, oops, all in different colors. And they coordinate beautifully with the sewing machines. And if you want something else, how about some buttons? We have buttons too. So all 3 of these fabrics are from Paintbrush Studios. They're 100% cotton, 44-45 inches wide, would make great project bags, quilts, whatever you want to use your cottons for. And then, of course, we have our normal classes and everything listed below. I don't think there's anything new that I didn't mention last week. There are a couple more classes coming up at the end of the month. And believe it or not, next Thursday is actually, I was going to say March 1st, but it's April 1st. We're already in April. So this is pretty amazing. April 1st is coming up, and that's the first Thursday of the month. That is when we always have our weave-in. So if you want to join Cynthia, Gerard, myself, Kyle's usually there, almost always there. Kyle's everywhere. Join us next Thursday at 6:00 p.m. and we will have our weave-in evening. That is it for today. I know we promised you that we were going to have a Super Saver kit for crocheters, and guess what? It's coming on Friday. It's super special, Super Saver, coming on Friday. In the meantime, have a really, really great week. Take some time to be creative, be grateful for what you have, stay healthy, and we will see you all on Friday. Ciao.